Get ready for a turbocharged spectacle at the Hungarian GP as Red Bull unleashes their latest upgrades on the fastest car in the F1 grid. With hints from Verstappen himself, the anticipation is building for the unstoppable force that Red Bull is about to become. The estimated speed advantage is set to leave competitors in the dust with a staggering 2/10 faster lap times on the horizon. But amidst the excitement, one question lingers. Is there anyone out there who can put the brakes on Red Bull's dominance? Red Bull is set to introduce upgrades in the upcoming Hungarian GP to extend their dominance over other teams on the grid. It seems highly likely that the Austrian team, led by Max Verstappen, will continue their winning streak this season. They have been the standout performers, securing victory in every race so far, with Verstappen claiming 8 out of the 10 races, including the last 6 consecutively. According to reports from amidst, a Red Bull employee, the upcoming upgrades for the RB19 car will not only enhance its speed but also give it a visually striking appearance. The team is committed to ongoing development even after the summer break, with continuous upgrades planned. The specific upgrades will be noticeable on the car's side pods, potentially improving its performance by approximately 0.2 of a second. After his victory at the British Grand Prix, Max Verstappen expressed confidence in Red Bull's performance, highlighting their consistent dominance every weekend. Looking ahead to the upcoming race in Hungary, Verstappen mentioned plans to introduce upgrades to the car. These upgrades will target various aspects such as drag, speed levels, DRS effect, and tyre wear. Verstappen emphasized the team's commitment to continuous improvement and their serious approach to these areas of development. F1's Chief Technical Officer, Pat Symonds, made it clear that he won't intervene to halt Red Bull's dominance, as they believe in the principle of meritocracy. Symonds explained that F1 must uphold the idea that the best individuals and teams should prevail. While he expressed a desire for more variety in race winners, he acknowledged that F1 cannot artificially create outcomes. Symonds admitted that the sport has become somewhat predictable, with only a few drivers consistently reaching the podium since 2014. He believes that true change may come with the introduction of new regulations, possibly taking a couple of years to level the playing field. As Red Bull prepares to introduce upgrades at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Max Verstappen has delivered a worrying update on the team's future prospects. With his victory at Silverstone, Verstappen extended Red Bull's winning streak to 11 races, matching McLaren's all-time Formula One record. Verstappen now enjoys a substantial 99-point lead in the championship over his teammate Sergio Perez, who has encountered recent struggles. Meanwhile, other teams, including Mercedes, Aston Martin and Ferrari, have been unable to consistently challenge Red Bull. Alpine briefly joined the mix at one point, but the pecking order has primarily seen McLaren solidify its position as a strong contender with recent upgrades, bringing drivers Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri into contention for podium finishes at the British Grand Prix. In an effort to solidify their advantage, the reigning Constructors' champion, Red Bull, plans to introduce new components to their RB19 car at the Hungaroring next weekend. Max Verstappen, who's been puzzled by the constantly shifting hierarchy behind Red Bull, emphasized the team's consistent dominance, stating, "Every weekend, it seems like we're on top, which is incredibly important to us." Verstappen further announced a range of upgrades for the Red Bull car specifically designed for the unique challenges of the Hungarian track. He expressed hope that these upgrades will perform well. Highlighting the areas of focus for the upgrades, Verstappen ominously noted, "We're working on improvements in various aspects, including drag, performance at different speeds, the effectiveness of the DRS system, and tyre wear. I'm serious about this, not joking." Overall, Red Bull's determination to enhance their car's performance in multiple key areas suggests a continued push to maintain their dominance in the championship. Following Max Verstappen's confirmation of upcoming upgrades for Red Bull at the Hungarian GP, reports have emerged suggesting that the already dominant RB19 car will be approximately 0.2 of a second faster with these improvements. According to a video by Automotor und Sport, the RB19 will showcase newly designed sidepods and bodywork, aiming to enhance the car's competitiveness even further, although their dominance is already evident. The article also hints at the possibility of additional upgrades in the future for the RB19. Fans have taken to social media to discuss the potential new features, with some lightheartedly suggesting that the Austrian team may introduce a zero sidepod design, similar to Mercedes' infamous design used in their 2022 and earlier 2023 cars before switching to the upgraded W14 model featuring sidepods. The anticipation of these upgrades has generated excitement among fans, who eagerly await the improved performance of the RB19 and the prospect of even more upgrades in the future. One fan enthusiastically commented, "If they bring in the zero sidepod design and make it work, we're going to witness some serious excitement." Another fan sarcastically remarked about Red Bull's chief technical officer Adrian Newey, stating, "Oh yes, Newey definitely made the no sidepod concept work." Newey is renowned as an exceptional talent in the sport and has played a significant role in the remarkable success of the RB19, with Red Bull triumphing in every race of the 2023 season so far. It's no wonder that many fans believe if anyone can make the zero sidepod design successfully, it would be Newey. It would be absolutely incredible if it happens, and if there's anyone capable of making the zero pod work, it's Newey. Following Red Bull's announcement of significant upgrades to their car, fans had a light-hearted reaction. Fans expressed excitement about the upcoming modifications and how the car would look. However, some fans couldn't resist making humorous comments about Sergio Perez's performances. One fan joked, "Let's hope Checo can at least advance from Q1, while another amusingly remarked, "Even with the upgrades, Perez will probably still struggle to make it to Q2. Sergio Perez has been facing a string of challenges recently, particularly since his teammate and two-time world champion Max Verstappen has been dominating races. While Verstappen has won most of the races this season, Perez has only managed to secure 2 victories. In the championship standings, Verstappen holds a significant lead with 255 points. Perez, although currently in second place in the drivers' standings, trails nearly 100 points behind Verstappen. His qualifying performances have been lackluster, either resulting in crashes and being unable to participate or failing to make it to the top 10. Meanwhile, Verstappen continues to secure consecutive wins. Consequently, there have been discussions about the possibility of Perez being replaced. Helmut Marko, a key figure at Red Bull, has made it clear that Perez's presence in the team is primarily due to the points he accumulates. Perez is aware of the pressure he faces. However, the upcoming car upgrades introduced by Red Bull at the Hungarian Grand Prix could potentially aid Perez's performance. The team has promised significant upgrades, making the car approximately 0.2 of a second faster and featuring visible alterations. The upcoming upgrades from Red Bull could pose a challenge for the other teams on the grid. Recently, teams like Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren have made notable efforts to catch up with Red Bull by introducing significant upgrades. However, it appears that these rivals will have to work even harder if they genuinely aim to compete for race victories. Red Bull has remained committed to extensive development of their RB19 car throughout the season. The package that they're bringing to the Hungarian GP will provide a much-needed boost for the team based in Milton Keynes, especially as their competitors gradually narrow the gap in performance. Fans of Max Verstappen will likely be thrilled to witness an even more impressive RB19 hitting the track at the Hungaroring next week. Some argue that Red Bull Racing is not as far as it appears, as Sergio Perez's performances often demonstrate. Max Verstappen has a talent for making the car seem fast. He showcased this skill during his time at Toro Rosso and later at RBR. Even when Mercedes and Ferrari had a clear advantage between 2016 and 2020, Verstappen still managed to win 10 races and secure podium finishes 32 times. This is a remarkable achievement considering he was driving an inferior car. We witnessed a similar story in the 2022 season. Verstappen won 15 races, while both RBR drivers only managed to secure 8 pole positions. Recent qualifying sessions indicate that RBR is not significantly ahead of the other top cars. However, in Verstappen's hands, the car appears to be a rocket ship. He excels at preserving tyre life, performs exceptionally well in wet conditions, and showcases superb defensive and attacking skills. Both in qualifying and during races, Verstappen consistently demonstrates his superiority. So the upcoming upgrades are only logical. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.